Hi pregnant mamas, let's do some nighttime yoga before we go to bed. It's getting into the 33rd week for me. I am feeling heavier as each day passes. I know you are starting to feel very different in this phase of your pregnancy as well. Please have 2 blocks. Please have a second block. Please have a folded blanket so that you have an adjustable height difference for your body if you need it, and a pillow. My name is Vanessa. I can't remember if I said that. It's raining incredibly hard outside and storming a lot, and that's good because spring needs water, which is good. Okay, so today we're gonna just do some gentle bedtime yoga. I mean, every day is gentle yoga when you're pregnant, but just really focusing on the getting ready for bed aspect. So let's find ourselves in a nice cross-legged position in comfortable clothing. Maybe you've already brushed your teeth like I have. I'm quite proud. And you're gonna move any excess flesh out of the way so that you can have a nice grounded seat. You're gonna push your shoulders back, tuck your chin in, breathing in here through your nose and out through your mouth. And just go ahead and drop your chin to your chest. And then as you roll your head around your shoulders, keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting at least one inhale and exhale carry you through one circle. And let's go ahead and take 3 rounds around, breathing in and breathing out. Second round. And the third round, breathing in, breathing out. And the reason I felt inspired to do these prenatal yoga videos for mamas is because you never know how you really feel when you're pregnant. I feel like it's difficult for moms. Go ahead and reverse these circles once you've finished at least 3 circles in one direction. I feel like you kind of forget what it feels like to be pregnant when you're not pregnant anymore, even if you were already pregnant. And it's difficult to figure out how slow I think one really wants to move when they're in their 3rd trimester, or at least for me. Breathing in, breathing out. I found myself wanting to move a lot slower and in more specific positions than were being presented for the whole classroom. Breathing in and breathing out. And maybe you can move quicker than me, and I am super proud of you for that. Go ahead and return your neck to neutral and your head to neutral. And let's go ahead and take our arms horizontal to the floor, parallel to each other, and you're keeping your elbow nice and straight. And you're gonna close your hands into fists and roll in circles. Breathing in and breathing out. Roll in the other direction. Breathing in and breathing out. And then today, I want you to go ahead and we'll do that in a second actually. Let's go ahead and take our right hand next to us, bending our right arm, the right elbow, and just go ahead and take the other arm and look up like a dancer. Breathing in and breathing out. And just getting a nice side stretch without over bending too hard. Being gentle with our bodies. You can dance your wrist down, stretching out your wrist so that you stretch out the other side as you dance your wrist up. And you can feel your shoulder pull back a little bit so that your chest space opens up. Breathing in, breathing out. And I like to just roll my wrists a lot, you'll notice. Go ahead and exhale. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and take our legs Maybe move a little bit further out so you can see. Okay, you're gonna take both of your knees facing in one direction at a gentle 90-degree angle. Maybe it's a little bit more narrow than 90 degrees. And we're gonna slowly turn to the right towards the bent side of your knees. And as I turn, you'll notice I'm lifting off that thigh, allowing any pressure off of the thigh. And then I'm gonna do that one more time, breathing in, as I lift off and twist. I just stretch the lower part of my spine here. Normally, maybe you would have two hands resting down, but I'm just on one hand at this point. And we're gonna go ahead and take our knees and rotate them in the opposite direction of where we haven't stretched yet. And we're gonna make sure we're breathing as we're going, taking your hands and crawling and lifting off of that thigh that you're bent towards as you turn. Just a nice little hop up, gentle hop. And you'll notice one side is usually less tight than the other. Breathing in and breathing out. And one side probably feels much more satisfactory than the other side as well. Usually one side ends up being tighter than the other side. So now we're gonna go ahead and take our blocks and we're gonna put them in front of us, opening our legs up to a wide V. I have the camera set a little bit too close to the middle of the table. Noted for next time. So with my feet in my wide V, you'll notice that, so I've got my blocks in their tallest position and I'm gonna put a pillow on top. So with my feet in the widest position, you'll notice that I have my toes activated towards my knees because, as you've probably learned, when we point them in plantar flexion position, we Charlie horse. That's not fun. So just go ahead and stretch them by activating them towards your knees, and maybe you wiggle your feet into nice circles quickly, not leaving them pointing in the ballerina point for too long. So that one gets me. I should probably drink more water, but that's okay. I will drink more water. Breathing in, rolling your shoulders back, exhaling, and go ahead and rest on top of your multiple pillows or blocks. Just gently feeling the back of your neck and head drop down. And connecting with baby in this moment. And just being grateful to yourself for taking this time. Go ahead and let's pull out of that. And then I want us to, we're gonna go and sit on our calves. I'm gonna show you what I mean when I say that. When I say sit on our calves, you're going to, and maybe your knees are wider, they're not next to each other, so that you have some space. And you're gonna take your hands and you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna push them into the ground here. And just feel your wrists. So let's actually go into tabletop first. And I want you to go into a circle with your knees a little bit wider than your hips and go into gentle pelvic circles in a tabletop position. Keeping your hands super flat into the floor. Just feeling out any tightness that may have gathered up in your hands. And I've got my feet on my toe pads. You're welcome to have them on the back of your feet as well. And go in the other direction. And I want you to feel your wrists loosen up this time. And feeling your pelvic region just kind of loosen up. Relax. And then what I want you to do is take your hands and you're gonna take the wrists so that they're facing each other. And I want you to just kind of go in a gentle circle now with your wrists facing each other. And your fingers are pointing outwards from your body in the directions of your shoulders. And go in the other direction. You're keeping your hands super flat, fingers super flat, ignoring the noises of my cats as they tussle. And then I want you to take your fingers and face them towards each other. And maybe you can't really do circles like this, and maybe this is all you can do is just kind of allow the stretch in your wrists to just be, and to just be present, and to just acknowledge and honor how much work your wrists are doing. And just be grateful, and then go ahead and reverse direction. Try to avoid comparing as much as possible, and just be grateful for the flower that you are. I am grateful for the flower that you are, and I'm grateful that you're here and we are enjoying this journey together. Okay, so what I want us to get to, and if you feel like this is all you can do, then that's fine. You're gonna take your wrists so that they're pointing outwards from your body. In a tabletop position, go ahead and start there. And back up so that you can see better. Yeah, okay. And then if you feel like you can go a little bit further, I want you to go ahead and rock back on your heels or towards your heels. Breathing in and breathing out. Keeping your fingers as flat as you can, your hands as flat as you can. And if you just want to be still, you can do that too. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, and then releasing that out, and if you need to, you can just shake your wrists. Let them out. And then we're gonna go ahead and take 2 blocks. Maybe you don't need blocks. I think I need blocks, so I will use blocks. And then I'm gonna put a pillow on top of those blocks. And I'm gonna take my heels so that they're close together like this, tap, tap, and my knees are wide. And I'm gonna drop down into a wide knees child pose. So breathing in, looking up towards the sky a little bit, breathing out, rolling your shoulders back as you gently drop down. And you can rest with your forearms parallel towards each other. So my forearms look like this so that you can see I'm resting like this on the pillow. And I'm going to drop my head. And breathe. Maybe I feel like I can drop a little bit further some days. And then turn my head to the side. And if you feel like your feet start to Charlie horse like this, take your toe pads and land on your toe pads before you go into the other side. And gently pulling out of this. Let's add one more thing before we break down into Sideways Shavasana. So I'm in tabletop, breathing in and breathing out. Oh, Fiona. And then I'm gonna slowly cat and cow. Just the lower part of my spine is where I'm focused on. And you can stay in one pose longer than the other if it's feeling really good, but I want you to honor that. So when I cow, my hips are raised up like a cow. You'll notice that they usually have strong hips. And when I cat, my back is curved, or I'm attempting to curve it anyways, like a cat when they're stretching. Breathing in, and breathing out. And I drop my head in cat as well. But I'm not stretching my shoulders super hard anymore. Not like you can when you're not pregnant. And then now I'm gonna take my pillow and I'm gonna lay down on one side just to close out this little nighttime yoga session. There will probably be some nights where I go a little bit longer than the amount of time that I'm going for. But my main focus and goal has been to just encourage other pregnant mamas get in a little bit of time for yoga, because maybe they don't have a lot of time. And I'm laying down on the pillow and I'm just gonna grab the upper knee, the knee that's not being laid down on, and I'm just gonna bend that knee towards me. And just feel the opening in the hip space. Preparing the pelvic region for delivery. Maybe you're not having a vaginal delivery, and that's perfectly fair and okay. Even so, it still feels great to stretch this area. Breathing in and breathing out. And then I'm gonna just take the top part of my ankle and I'm gonna bend that knee straight as the back of my foot reaches my buttocks. Remembering my breaths. And if you have a strap for this next position or for this position, for any of the positions I'm offering, go for it. I cannot find my strap right now or lately. I'll find it soon. It's somewhere. And let's go ahead and straighten our leg. And maybe you can't reach your calf very well, and that's okay. I've got my hand on my thigh and I'm just straightening my leg out, resting on the right side of my haunch. And just stretching. And then I'm activating my toes, activating my calf and thigh, going in circles, and reversing, trying to avoid doing too much of the plantar flex with my foot, which is the one where you're pointed like a ballerina. That one doesn't feel so great lately. So now I'm gonna take my pillow, and because you're not recording a video, you can just flop to the other side. But because I'm trying to show you visuals, I'm gonna switch the hard way. Ah. Okay. And maybe you're having an easier time to move around than I am. I am so proud of you. My mom, or my sister recently told me actually, that the women in our family carry heavy. And that just, it makes sense if that's the case. So I'm on the opposite side. And I've got my top knee stretched, stretching the thigh. My right knee is bent. And just feeling a good stretch in the upper part of your thigh. Being gentle. Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe you have a blanket underneath your belly. Ooh. If so, or if you'd like to do that, yes, do that. And now I'm taking my knee and my foot in the other direction. My foot is towards my butt. Breathing in, breathing out. And I'm not sure if you can tell, but the part of my leg that's straight on the floor, it's not really straight. It's actually kind of bent. The knee is a little bit bent. It just feels like it adds more support. Now I'm straightening my leg, whew, and I'm being gentle. Maybe this side is looser or tighter for you. Breathing in and breathing out. And maybe on each exhale you can notice you can pull it closer with each exhale, but being gentle because, yeah, you're going to be able to stretch super well right now. We have this hormone called relaxin pumping through our body. And so if it calls to you and you would like to, you can stay on your side and rest your eyes for a little bit and just listen to the silence and embrace the stillness and the silence. And the lights just flickered. Oh goodness. And just enjoy the little bits of silence that we have left before we give birth. And I want to appreciate you and just give you thanks and gratitude. I'm never sure where to look into to say goodbye. But thank you so much for joining me on this yoga journey as a third trimester mama. I wish you the smoothest of journeys. Namaste.